Hi everyone, this is Today in History. Today is Sunday, August the 25th, the 238th day of 2024. There are 128 days left in the year. On this day in 325, the Council of Nicaea, the first ecumenical council of the Christian Church, called by the Emperor Constantine I, brought to an end the controversy of Arianism, concluding that God the Father was on equal status with God the Son. On this day in 1530, Ivan IV, Ivan the Terrible, Grand Prince of Moscow and first Tsar of Russia, was born. On this day in 1835, New York's The Sun began running a series of news accounts that falsely claimed British astronomer John Herschel had observed all sorts of life on the moon, including winged human creatures about 4 feet tall. It became known as the Great Moon Hoax, though the Sun never retracted the stories. They were talking about aliens in 1835. On this day in 1900, German classical scholar, philosopher, and critic of culture Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the most influential of all modern thinkers, died at the age of 55. On this day in 1916, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson signed the Organic Act, which established the National Park Service. Woodrow Wilson, he was a piece of work. On this day in 1919, George C. Wallace, a 4-time governor of Alabama from 1962 to 1966, from 1970 to 1978, and 1982 to 1986, who led the American South in a fight eventually abandoned against federal orders to end racial segregation, was born in Clio, Alabama. On this day in 1944, some 2 months after the Allied invasion of Normandy, Paris was liberated from German occupiers as the Free French 2nd Armed Division under General Jacques-Philippe Leclerc entered the city. On this day in 1945, John Birch, an American Baptist missionary and a U.S. Army intelligence officer, was killed by Chinese communists, which later inspired the foundation of the John Birch Society, a private organization that considers Birch to be the first hero of the Cold War. On this day in 2009, American politician Ted Kennedy, who is a prominent figure in the Democratic Party and the last surviving brother of President John F. Kennedy, died at the age of 77. On this day in 2012, U.S. astronaut Neil Armstrong, who was the first person to set foot on the moon, an event he described as one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, died at the age of 82. On this day in 2018, American politician John "No Name" McCain, who developed a reputation as a political maverick while serving in Congress for some 35 years, and during his failed bid for the presidency in 2008, died at the age of 81. No Name McCain. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Today is Sunday, August the 25th, the 238th day of 2024. There are 128 days left in the year.